Alright, so I haven't got the buying video for this thing done yet. I gotta buy a laptop, so anyway. So what we have today is a 1983 Peterbilt 362. I think it's technically a 262 because it's single screw. Walk up. We got her jacked up, chained up, and all that stuff. But we're just gonna do a walk around on it. We might fire her up. Got a 400 big cam. This is the cold weather ether start. I think y'all have seen these on a few of my other videos, but this little wire and injector just runs into there to get her to fire up. This is kind of cool to see on these old Pete's, is the shift linkage. So this shift linkage is really different than the Freightliner, the old 71 Freightliner. So it actually goes in this gearbox, goes down, comes down on this rail. It's a little loose, as you see. We got some play. We'll get that tightened up. And that runs back to the Eaton 9. There's a goddamn anthill. If I step in this anthill one more time, oh fuck it. Runs back to the Eaton 9. Someone put a breather on it. It's a water to air. It's not intercooled. It's turbocharged and all that. But let's finish a little walk around. Someone converted over to hub pilots. This is the cool part. So it's a leaf sprung suspension, right? But it's got airbags. So it's an air over leaf, I believe is what they call it. That's the battery box. There's the turbo. This thing right here, it has water lines that circulate through it, and then the fuel goes through it, so I think it's to keep the fuel warm. We'll figure that out more later. But we're gonna go ahead and jack her down. So this is the pump. Up, puts her up, down, middle, neutral, that's down. This little lever, I think releases the stand or something. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm getting eaten up with ants. You jack this down. Stand clear when you do this. As you see, I put a safety chain to keep the cab from going forward. After the Freightliner tilts it forward on its own, I'm kind of real cautious of these. I'm not sure how these go just yet. I'm still trying to figure them out. We'll get it all figured out later. We're just going to get her lowered down. We'll put her in neutral. So now that it's got a backward tilt, I can take that safety chain off. If you ever do this, don't get between that cab. A lot of men have died. I just run a safety chain to the frame, stand back, keep your hands clear. Down. It's going to kind of sit on our own. See those? Those open up. Let's watch the mechanism work. It's kind of cool. This is the first time I've had the cab up. Now I have to figure out how to lock those in. Oh, they kind of come and lock on their own as the cab loses pressure, I guess. I don't really know. If anybody has an idea how to lock that in, tell me. Alright. Ignore the mess. We drove this straight back home. Someone put air rods in her. Hold, bear with me. Climb up like Tarzan. all the trash that's found the floorboard. Take a look at this beautiful interior. It does not have a Caterpillar motor, but it does have a Caterpillar radio. The old fans, trailer brake. See that beautiful sleeper. It needs work, don't get me wrong. Alright. Key. Let's see if I remember where this goes. Key goes here. There's the throttle. We hold our override button. This is the fuel pressure override. Make sure it's good. Now we gotta wait till that fuel pressure, oil pressure thing goes off. This is this switch lets us read how our fuel tank sit. Our right fuel tank, left fuel tank, neutral. It's not really working right. Driving lights. These are some of the lights, I don't remember which. Lamps. Regular lights. More lights. That's the ether. Be very careful with that. Heated mirrors. Oh, I guess that's the actual fan clutch, load light, push override release, air powered window, air washers. I don't know what this one's for. Got all these little spots for more switches and ding dangs and doodads. These are actually buttons. We'll have to see about that later. AC. Floor, face, put her temperature on cold, put her on fresh, put that fan on high, let her go. Let her warm up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some junk on the ground. You can see we stopped at Love's. Rough night. Always more water. Save that. Motherfucking Takis. I'm just gonna drive around the yard. I'm not going anywhere. Seat kind of gets in the way. Put a little air to her. Brake release. Modern seats don't work well in cabovers. Ain't no feeling like Peter mobiling. I ain't really gonna take her down the road. It's a lot of work. I'll make y'all a road video soon. Pre-suns, dog hair. I'm gonna pull her a little more forward to keep her to that damn pile of trash. This is actually the throttle function. Pretty cool. Oh. We gotta take her out of gear first. Pretty cool little truck, right? Turn the key off. All our switches. All right. Hopefully we can get that thing to refocus. And there you go.